I said this months ago, months and months and months and months ago. I said hip hop is probably going to be taking a little bit of a hiatus and going to be put on the back seat for a little bit because it always comes and goes in cycles. Hip hop always comes and goes in cycles, but I could just see it on a downward trend. In all honesty, I could see it on a downward trend. And sorry y'all. I had to fix this. I just want to see if the lighting was better this way. Um I could see it on a downward trend. Um like I said a while ago, EDM, when LMFAO came into the picture, EDM went downhill. I mean, EDM was on the rise and hip hop was gone. You couldn't find hip hop for like in the mainstream for like 5 years. You know what I'm saying? When the EDM wave was going on, the LMFAOs, the DJ AMs, the Black Eyed Peas, when you like Vegas is always a good monitor of that. When Vegas starts requiring you to wear the button-up shirts and telling you you can't get in with hats or jerseys or baggy clothes, that's the signal that hip hop is going out the window. When the dress codes start changing, and white people, you might not know this because you guys usually can walk into any building wearing whatever you want. Y'all can walk into the goddamn grocery store not wearing no shoes and no shirt, and it's all good. But if you've never hang out with me and you'll have the experience of having to have certain clothes on to get into certain buildings, or if you don't have certain clothes on, you get looked at in a specific way. It happens all the time. But every few years, bars, clubs, they start implementing these rules where they don't allow you to have baggy clothes or anything like that. And then that's when pop music takes over, EDM takes over. I think this is going to be the longest hip hop. This is going to be the longest hip hop hiatus we've ever seen. If I had to make a prediction, I think hip hop is going to be gone out of the mainstream, maybe for the next 7 to 10 years. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying there won't be any hip hop hits. I'm not saying that there won't be any hip hop moments, but hip hop won't be a giant again. I'd say we're already on the decline. I think we'll fully be out of the mainstream and back to the underground within the next 2 to 3 years. And then after that, maybe 5 to 6 years. That'll be a total of 10 years. But 5 to 6 years after that, that's when hip hop will reemerge. And hopefully we'll have new talent. We'll have a whole new understanding of culture and how to protect it. Because we allowed it to get commodified. We allowed everybody to come in our culture, to strip mine it, to strip all the blackness out of it. And now everybody can do all of the black things without black people. You know what I'm saying? And like hip hop has been fully commodified. And so we have to kind of go back to the drawing board, figure out what our new approach is going to be and how do we protect that new approach and not just let anybody into the culture doing and saying anything. He said the no hat rule forced us to get haircuts. That's a fact. Dreamers Unlimited, thank you for joining. Please share the stream if you wouldn't mind. Yeah, how do we protect it? Because we failed. We failed this time around, and like it sucks because in the moment we didn't I didn't know in the 90s, that this was something that I needed to protect. I thought I wasn't really a part of it. I was trying to be a part of it. And the commodification of the commodifying, I don't know if it's a commodification or the commodifying of the culture had this trickle down effect where it made big cities seem like the only way you can be validated within the culture. So it felt like if you were from a small city, the only way you could be validated as part of the culture is to go to a big city and have somebody who mattered in the culture stamp you, right? But that was never the case. The real truth about it was you could always create culture wherever you were at. Like if I could talk to my younger self now, I would tell that younger self, yo, you didn't have to leave the 805 to make a difference in hip hop culture, right? You didn't have to leave the 805 and completely abandon your hometown to plant your flag in the culture. And I had to travel the world to learn that. I had to travel the world. I had to have my swag stolen by everybody that I looked up to realize, like, oh, all the people that I think are dope are actually stealing swag from me. That must mean that I'm the dope one. So the culture is with me wherever I go. That I don't have to be in LA. I don't have to be in the Bay. I don't have to be in Miami. I don't have to be in San Diego. I can be wherever I'm at is where the culture is at. You know what I'm saying? And I think if that's one thing I wish that artists these days would learn, that's it. You don't have to follow. The new version of that is the trend. The new version of that is the view. You don't have to follow the trends. You don't have to follow what the views are. You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Like, if you are that creative person that everybody is drawn to, if you are that charismatic person that commands attention when you walk in the room, then you're always going to be that person, no matter where you are, no matter where you go. And you don't need validation from anybody. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's a quality that that vampires and, and vultures are attracted to, and they will try to make you believe that you can never harness that power, you can never fully take advantage of that ability or that characteristic that you have without their help. And that's the biggest lie that they could ever tell you. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I would tell myself as a younger kid. But these things happen, they make you believe these things, and then, and then the culture goes to shit. The culture goes to shit. So I think that I think we should buckle up, us hip hop fans, us hip hop creators. We should buckle up. We should prepare ourselves. It's about to be a bear market in hip hop, but when the bear market comes, when the winter comes, that's when you go inside and you build. You know what I'm saying? And you prepare for the summer. You get that body right. You get that summer body right so you can pop out back outside. And that's what we need to be doing. I also think um we should be watching and monitoring what's going on in pop music and other genres. And the same way that they stole from us, if anything works for them that fits for our culture, we should take it. And it's probably ours anyways. They probably took it from us to begin with. We should take that shit back. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do like seeing this whole country wave that's happening, because it's like we're taking our shit back. And I think we should watch what's going on in pop music and do the same thing while we have to go sit back. Dreamers Unlimited. I said Dreamers United. My bad. Dreamers Unlimited says, I really love your perspective on how this is a new opportunity for the Black culture. I mean, I think it's a missed opportunity if we don't do. I mean, all the numbers, all the stats are saying that hip hop is on a downward. The music industry in general is on a downward trend. Um, yeah, the music industry in general is in a downward trend. We're usually only as valuable as our latest hit, and hip hop hasn't been having a lot of hits, so we're not that valuable in the music industry. So when they start pulling these budgets, when they start sitting us down and putting us on the back burner, we shouldn't be mad about it. We shouldn't be crying about it. We should say, okay, go back to the underground, because that's where we thrive, and start creating and get creative again. You know what I'm saying? Dreamers Unlimited, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Here, I'm gonna put our QR code on the screen if you want to donate via Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. You can. I'll go ahead and drop it in the chat as well. I really